Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kiriath, and today we're going to have a nice little chat about what makes a game great. What in your opinion makes something better than the rest? One of the best, greatest experiences that you've had in gaming, or just in general. Now, we're starting off with Mad Max, because Mad Max is an interesting game for me. Because let's start off with an objective viewpoint of Mad Max, and this will feed into what I'm talking about in terms of great games. Mad Max is lazy as hell. Look at this map. Look at it. Right. All of these green ticks are camps. Like this. I haven't done that one yet because it's a pain in the arse. But all of the rest of them are camps I've defeated. Each camp has exactly the same layout. It has a front gate. It has a bunch of turrets. It has some snipers. You can either get in through the front gate by ramming your way in, or you can get in through the back way by going all sneaky. Every camp has got a back way. Every camp has got a front way. And every camp is full of enemies and fuel tanks and various other sundry delights. They're all the goddamn same. The enemies are all the same. The layouts are usually pretty damn similar, with gates requiring you to either explode them or knock them down. Some gates you can't ram, some gates you can only pull open, some gates you can't pull open, you can only ram, but that's about as far as the customization goes. They are all very, very similar. It's really lazy. It's lazy as hell. And there's like 30 of these bastards on the map. It's ridiculous. Then we zoom in a level. All three. And then you get these scavenging locations. There are a fucking ton of these all over the goddamn map. You would not believe how many there were. I've got quite a few of them, but Christ, there's still so many. Even in the most barren area of the game, the dunes, there's still a bunch of them over here. Again, it's the same thing every time. It's just a little area that might have a few burnt out cars, might be a wrecked building, might be a wrecked container. There might be 2 guys, there might be 4 guys, there might be no guys, but you are essentially running into a very small area, looking for some scrap and then leaving. There's hardly any scrap to be gained there, it's all about repetition. Then we look at minefields. I haven't done most of the minefields because they suck. They're just the worst. I hate doing the minefields, so I don't do them. And they're all the same. You have to get a specific vehicle, go there, have a dog, sniff out the mines, then take out the mines. Fucking grand. Scarecrows, exactly the same. Just copy-pasted. These vantage outposts, exactly the same. Copy-pasted stuff. It is the worst case of copy-paste development I've ever seen, and that's saying something. Like that's bad. So why am I talking about it in the context of a great game? Like, why am I suggesting in any way that it's a great game? Well, because despite all of that, it is a great game for me. I absolutely love this game, like you wouldn't even believe. Like, it's a bit ridiculous how long I've played this. I've played this for far more time than I really should do, because, well, it's all the goddamn same. All the content is the same. Hold E to collect scrap. Welcome to Mad Max, ladies and gentlemen. Hold E to collect scrap is like the summing up of this game. It's all the same stuff, all the time, over and over again. Objectively, it is everything that is wrong with AAA game development. It's like, this could have been made over a weekend, and you wouldn't be able to tell. So why is it so great? Like, why have I just slammed it and basically said it's terrible, and I'm now about to say that it's one of the greatest games I've ever played? Why am I going to say it's a great game? Well, because it's fucking Mad Max, that's why. Because despite all the repetitive nonsense, despite the endless copy-paste job that is the map in this game, despite the fact that all the activities are exactly the same as each other, I love it. And I love it because of what it is, which is a Mad Max game. I have my own version of Mad Max, in my own version of Mad Max's car here. And as someone who loves the films, who just eats that shit up, who's watched them... Whoa, that was a very hard telephone pole. As someone who has watched even Thunderdome more times than I'd care to admit, and Thunderdome was fucking terrible. This is like the perfect game for me. I love it. I'm in the wasteland. Like, I'm in the post-apocalyptic scenario that Mad Max was in. I get to faff about with cars, making them like the car that I would want to have. Like I can make my own Mad Max car. I mean, look at this shit. You want to know why this is a great game? This is Max. This is my version of Max. This is the Max that I've made. He's got gloves covered in like screws and engine parts to better beat the shit out of you. He's got a double barrel sawn off shotgun. He's got a massive knife. He's got the leg brace. Look at that. He's got the fucking leg brace. That's awesome. Let's go to the garage. This is my Mad Max car. And it's fucking brilliant. Are you kidding me? Look at it. Look at that. And I mean, I can change it if I want. What if I want something a bit more classy? Get a bit of sort of Bentley Rolls Royce body on there. Keep it nice. I mean, my Mad Max car is a massively armoured, spike-laden ramming machine. It's rubbish for speed. I mean, it's got a good top speed, but look at the acceleration. Terrible. It handles like a whale. But I don't care, because that's the car I wanted to make. That is the Mad Max vehicle that I wanted to build. I mean, yeah, I could take the armour down so it's faster. I could, you know, take the ramming thing. I could put a smaller one on if I wanted to. Well, apart from that one, because I haven't bothered to unlock it. But I could make it smaller if I want. This is a car that I have made in Mad Max's world. And that, to me, is absolutely awesome. Oh, God, I can upgrade the V8. Oh, shit. Well, I can't get that one yet, but I'll have this one. Oh, my God. I mean, look at that. Look at it. It's fucking ridiculous. That is stupid. That is outright just idiotic. And it's perfect. It's perfect. It's dumb as fuck, and I absolutely love it. And that is... that almost like sums up Mad Max for me. That is why it's such a great game, because... oh, listen to that. Oh. Oh, God. It sounds good. It sounds so good. Mad Max is a game that sounds good. It looks great. It's repetitive. It has the same things over and over again. It's not innovative. The combat is samey. It's the same as God knows how many other games in recent years. And yet, it is 100% great. It is so great. I cannot get enough of it. I would happily play it through all over again. I just would. I would. Because for me, it's one of the greatest games I've ever played. And it's one of the greatest games purely because of what it is. And I think that is the key. You know, you can talk about innovation and you can talk about artistic integrity and all that shit. But what it boils down to is when you play a game and you get like a flutter. Like a flutter in your chest. You suddenly think to yourself, oh my God, this is brilliant. Like you've not even been playing it that long. But you just instinctively get that sensation of I'm doing something that I absolutely love. That's what makes a game great. The rest of the stuff doesn't even matter. It's not even relevant in a way. It's all about the way it makes you feel. And for all of its derivative, uninspiring lack of innovation, for all of its cynical AAA copy-paste development, I still start playing Mad Max and immediately become excited. Like, I look forward to it. I load the game up and I'm at the loading screen and I'm like, come on. And then then I get into the game and it's the best feeling. It just is. It's the best feeling. And that's... I think that kind of sums it up, because you can talk about what is the best game in a genre all you like. I mean, I'm going to have to show you something quickly. I mean, I've got to, because this sums it up for me. This is the thing that... This is it. This is what makes Mad Max the great game for me. Look at this. I've got the last V8 here, out of the films. I can drive it. This is like I have this car in the game. When I unlocked this and first drove it, I got a minor lump in my throat because, like, I've watched the Mad Max films so often. I mean, the Mad Max 2 was one of the first action films I ever saw, and that that just, whoa! I've just destroyed the last V8. That sums it up. That's what makes it great. Like, it's not a, technically speaking, it's not a good game. It's not an innovative game. It's not a refreshing game. It's not something that tries to be different or unique or push the genre forward. It's not adventurous. It's barely anything more than just standard. And yet, for me, it is absolutely one of my favourite games, and it always will be. I cannot foresee a time where I won't think of Mad Max the game as being one of the best games I've ever played, and it is simply because of the connection I have to the character in it, to the setting that it's in, to, you know, just the things you can do, repetitive and dull though they are. The fact that you can do them at all is absolutely unbelievable to me. Still, it's like someone looked at me and went, "We need to make a game that this guy will fall in love with. What should we do? Let's make a Mad Max game where you get to make your own Mad Max car and you can unlock the last V8. Let's make that game." And guess what? They did. And that's what makes a great game. Doesn't matter how many awards it's won or how many awards it hasn't won. It could be a janky piece of shit. It could be buggy as hell. It could not even work half the time. But if it gives you that emotional connection, if it gives you that thrill of excitement, if it makes you smile just thinking about the fact that you did something in it, then it's a great game. And I honestly think it's that simple. I don't think it needs any more explanation than that. You can keep the whole what is the best in this genre thing. You know, you can objectively decide what is technically the best game, but I think the only person who can decide what is a truly great game is you. And for me, Mad Max, one of the greatest games of all time. And I don't think I'll ever not think that because of what it is. I'm really interested though, what would you consider to be like a truly great game? Like, what is your great game? It doesn't matter what it is. Maybe it's something that other people had a real problem with. Maybe it had terrible review scores. Maybe it was, as I say, a buggy, janky piece of shit that no one else could even play. But maybe it has a significance to you. Does it give you that feeling of, oh my god, yes, this is what I want? Let me know in the comments. I want to know what your greatest games are, because as I keep saying over and over again, this is up there for me. And this is one of the many reasons. Look at this. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.